Hello my fellow cigar smokers and welcome to Smokers Spot. Today we are doing something for our classical general knowledge and talking about Greek gods and cigars. Stay tuned. So my friends, if you think that Greek gods and cigars have nothing in common, I will prove you wrong. Because La Galera brought out a new series called the Anemoi. And this series contains 5 cigars, where 4 cigars of it standing for the 4 gods, for the 4 Greek gods of the wind. So 4 winds, 4 seasons. The north wind, the south wind, the west wind and the east wind. And each wind stays for a specific season in the Greek mythology. The Anemoi is the main cigar, and Anemoi is the name for the general name for the Greek gods of the wind. And we have 4 more, which I will show you right now, but I will go into detail. 4 cigars, they're all looking pretty nice. We have the Sefies. We have the Notus. We have the Eurus. Well, I always thought it had something to do with Europe, but absolutely nothing. And we have the Boreas. All of these 5 cigars, well, 5 different vitolas. The one I'm smoking over here, the Anemoi, is a Toro 52 ring gauge, 6-something inches long. All 5 cigars, they're containing the same tobacco. They have a US Connecticut broadleaf, which is looking really nice. Well, the bands are pretty big, but you can see part of the wrapper, and I'll show you some close-ups too. And the rest is all Dominican tobacco. The binder is Corojo, and in the filler we have Criollo tobacco, all Dominican. La Galera, don't know if you know that brand yet, or already, so to say. They are made by the Tabacalera Palma, who is sitting also in the Dominican Republic. They have a few other brands. Other than the La Galera, I think the most popular one is the Aging Room. They do Aging Room cigars. So, Greek mythology, Greek gods and so on. The Anemoi, so the Greek gods of the wind, are mentioned mainly by 2 old Greek poets. The one is Homer, we know them, Odysseus and so on. And the second one, I have to look in my notes because I never heard of it, frankly, Hesiod. But you know what, guys, if you want to know more about Greek mythology in detail and all the gods and that stuff, Google it. Wikipedia and so on, they have pretty good information about that. I just thought the idea of doing something like this is nice, and I will tell you in a second where the connection is, other than making nice bands and putting funny names on it. But let's start with the Sefies. This one over here, that's the biggest. It's a Gordo, or they call it a double toggle. 60 ring gauge, 6 inches long. Nice wrapper, as you can see here. All pretty dark. And the cigars, they have a nice overall sweetness. See here, every cigar not only has a different name, but also a different symbol then, who stands for the specific wind or the specific god. The Sefies here is standing for the west wind, who's bringing the spring. Nice. So, the next one is the Notus. And that's a double Robusto, 56 ring gauge, and is 5 inches long. And also here we have, let's see, we have a different symbol. And Notus is standing for the south wind, who is bringing the summer. Next one, we now have the Anemoi, the Sefies, and the Notus. They are the 3 biggest. We have now 2 smaller ones, which is the Iris and the Boreas. Well, let's stick to the Iris for now. The Iris is a Robusto, small Robusto, so because it only has a ring gauge of 48 and is 5.5 inches long. Also has a different symbol, and Iris standing for the east wind, who is bringing the autumn. So one of the cold cigars. The last one, it's a short Corona. It's the Boreas, 46 ring gauge and 4.75 inches long. Also here a different symbol, and the Boreas is standing for the north wind, who is bringing the winter. So that is a cigar we should smoke right now, because winter is coming. I think, guys, it was just a nice idea to talking a little bit about Greek mythology and Greek gods, and the bands are nice. It's a nice story. Maybe, you know, if you have friends that are from Greece or so, might be a nice present for Christmas or so. That might be an idea. And the guy who is running the Palma Tabacalera put out a pretty nice statement. He said, so where's the connection between the god of the winds, wind and cigars? And he's saying one thing that is pretty, that's true. He said the wind in general has a lot to do with the crops, though, with the tobacco plants. They're heavily affected by where the wind is coming from, what aromas the wind is bringing, and all that stuff. So wind has something to do with cigars. So here's the connection. And if you never heard about Anemoi, now you know. Greek gods of the wind. In the next discussion, where it's going about a storm, a wind, or whatever, you can say, you guys know what? Did you ever hear about Anemoi? No? Here's the story. And smoking the right cigar while talking about it. Coming to the cigar itself, taste-wise, since they all have the same tobacco, I'm pretty sure they all have more or less the same aroma, but I will try all 5 of them. The Anemoi is almost finished. You know, I like the broad leaf, making a rich and heavy smoke. It's strength-wise, it's somewhere in medium strength, I would say. Not too harsh, not too strong, not too mild, somewhere in the middle. Has a nice sweetness, a little bit of pepper, and a coffee creaminess somehow. So milk coffee or so. Not quite sure how to describe it better. Good cigar. They're ranging from, I think the let me see, the Boreas, so the smallest one, wherever it is. Iris here is also small. They're ranging from the price range. It starts at around 8 euros and it's going up to 11 euros. So that will be like, in average, like a $10 or $11 cigar. It is said, or here in Europe, we can get all 5 cigars, no matter where you're buying it. In the press info release from La Galera, they are saying that the 5 different cigars are distributed in 5, or every single cigar is standing for a different region in the United States. I don't know. I was not doing any research on that, but here, my friends in the United States, if you ever heard of it, or asking your brick and mortar store, maybe they only have one because you're in the, don't know, in the Irish region or whatever. I don't know. Cigar's not bad. Maybe we're doing a review and talking a little bit more about the cigar, but I don't think so. Covered pretty much everything which is interesting here. So, Creek Gods and Cigars. Anemoi, Creek Gods of the Wind. Pretty good cigars. Nice artwork, nice story. Check it out if you want to. I hope you like it. Guys, I hope you can smoke a good cigar. Enjoy your day. Most importantly, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you around at Smoker Spot.